1, start.
Yo, people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for Battle of the North once again. I have been inactive for the last couple of days on this channel. I have been trying to let the chicken marinate. I've been trying to meditate, process what happened on Saturday. And I'm sorry I didn't bring the roundabout to you. I just had no, I could not be asked. I can't lie. And then PSG Lille. Great game. We didn't get to cover it. It is what it is. This is what Chelsea do to us. Mr. Sarcasm City TV, Mr. Take Note, flawless in the building, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm good, man. It's always good. Like I was saying before the live, I was saying to be back on Battle of the North. I thoroughly enjoyed the show. It's good to see you all. Big up for having me, Matisse. Big up to Daps and Husam as well. Yeah, man, I'm blessed. No complaints. All good. You know what I'm saying? United continue, you know what I'm saying, to bring me great joy. So no complaints there either.
Don Husam. Don Husam.
Why did you go like
this
that?
Is a football heritage.
Hello,
Don
Matisse.
Qatar.
Hello, Matisse. Hello,
Yes,
everyone.
sir. How are you doing? You're good.
First of all, don't try that. Just want to say to everyone on the stream, in the comments as well, get involved. Did you get 3 points this week? If you got 3 points this week, please put your hands up if you got 3 points. I just want to see the waving emojis in the comment section. That's it. Or even if you got a point this week.
Hi. Thank you. That was nice.
If at least you got a point this week. I think you got something, But certain teams, they play the bottom of the team, bottom of the league team. They lose 1-0 at home. It's crazy, But it's Battle of the North. Today, we're bringing London to the North, by the way. I'm just saying. The North is uniting. Me and my biggest enemy are uniting towards a bigger enemy, because today I'm going to address what we're going to address. But for now, thank you so much for having me on, Matisse. I appreciate it. Big up for having me on Battle of the North. We're late again, by the way, because of Matisse. He's always the last one here, even though it's his stream. So
yeah,
big up to you guys. Hit the like button.
It wasn't you twerking in your spaces. What was it called? FSG something? Your space? It's actually still running.
Matisse, my brother, let me say something to
you. No, because you've come in here incorrect. You've come in here incorrect. Your space is still running. You're still running them spaces.
It is running.
And I believe
but let's be clear.
I believe the space is called FSG not selling ? FSG out. So there seems to be
staying to meet the quota. That's
so there seems to be some sort of problem in your side of town as well. So I'm not sure why you've come in here so
Did I not get 6 points out of 6 points since we last spoke?
Oh, so that's gonna help you in long term. You've been Mr. Context is now become Mr. Shameless. You know that you want FSG out. You've been making paragraphs on the TL, writing Harry Potter length books on the TL about how we're gonna get all this Qatar money. Husam with his sources.
No,
I'm gonna have all this Qatar money. And yet you come in here shamelessly when you know in this very moment that you've literally everything that you've said has gone against you, and now in terms of ownership, and you come in here talking about 2 wins out of 2. Man,
okay. It's right. He's going to get some guitar money.
The people in the comment section don't want to talk about off the pitch. They don't talk about on the pitch.
We will talk about that as well.
Matisse, is this transfer season? Are we in January? Is it May? It's not May or January. We're ready to talk about the football, right? Did I not get 6 points?
From what you said, FSG and the Qatar ownership was meant to be sorted for the next transfer window, no?
No, I never said that.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't say that.
Is that not how you was gonna get Bellingham?
If you're talking about Jude, I said we're gonna get him regardless.
No. But you know what? I love it. The way he listen. If you can sell through dodging these things, I'm all for it. It's brilliant. You did say it, but it's fine. No one's going to go and clip it, so you win.
Never said that.
No, let's not forget that you came on Battle of the North though. It was a few weeks ago in the full garments talking.
I mean, they did want us first. To be fair,
today I feel Qatari.
Yes, I remember.
They did want us first, but FSG fucked it up for us.
You were convinced.
You said it was going to happen. You said Mystic Husam. Remember?
One second. Ain't nothing mystic about ownership. Flawless. you pray that the Glazers don't fuck you over either, because we know Qatar wanted me, and you know they want you as well. But the problem is, our owners are greedy. So let's hope they don't fuck it up for you.
That's why you've not seen me say or tweet it out or do what you want. Come on here in the full garments.
But you know me, I get emotional.
Yeah, I'm saying that. I know you. We know you get emotional.
Yeah, we get emotional.
I have to. You, they ain't no we. You get emotional. So that's why we have to.
I'm
talking
about
and just
myself.
level you out. Yeah. We just have to level you out. But I know what I know what the Glazers are like. So that's why I haven't said anything on it in terms of we're gonna do this, that, and the third. The bid's been made. I'm over the moon about. But it still has to be accepted.
Well, it actually got rejected. All the bids got rejected.
Oh, did they all get rejected?
Yeah, they all got rejected. However, because I have heard this evening that, and again, listen, I'm not in the know. This is
Husam is in the know, so be careful with this in the know.
Husam has. I'm not in the know, but I'm going to tell you I heard something.
No.
He couldn't disclaim. So
what you could say is that someone has told me that thinks they might be in the know.
Someone told me, but I'm not in the know. Okay.
No, I'm definitely not, bro. 100%.
Yeah, I'm not in the know either. Someone just tells me as well.
Because what we're going to say, Daps, because my chat was telling me before this that there was some video had come out and they were saying that the bid had been accepted or something like that. How true this is, I don't know.
So the first bids all got rejected. That apparently the deal is already done. But
who knows?
I mean, and let me be clear, I've got no reason to claim this one because it's not about my fucking club, so I couldn't give a shit. But that's what someone said. But pinch of salt, I've been told that Jude's done to City. I've also been told that Jude's done to fucking Liverpool. Like everything's just hearsay.
Yeah, Jude's done to Liverpool.
It's interesting.
It's done.
Anyway,
never a foul.
On the Jude thing.
I am officially happy to be back because obviously I've been missing for 2 weeks. First reason because I did not want to be rattled by Husam on a day that I wasn't in a great place because it would have ended very badly, right? Yes. Husam, I had to apologise to Huey about 5 times for the way you treated him, bro. That was horrible. That was horrible. I mean, I get it, but it was horrible. I felt so bad watching it, thinking I put this guy in this seat to face this. But anyway, and then last week, but I had messages saying, "Oh, you're not on it no more." The show, but now I'm back. So.
Yeah, you should have been here. So that's on you. That's not my fault.
I was in a bad place, bro. No one in this show would have wanted me here that day.
That should have been you taking the bollocking, not Huey.
Oh no, I had to. But you were scummy that day.
I mean, when Husam,
I'm not scummy that day. I'm always scummy. Big up.
That's a very true.
That's true. That's the kind of open honesty that this family was looking for. I like.
Yes. You know, I'm always honest.
You know what it is though. I don't mind when people are scummy and they admit it, right? If a cunt is a cunt and they admit they're a cunt, no problem. It's when people try and act like they're not that I have an issue with. So Husam, I'm growing to love your scummy side. So it's cool.
Well, listen, I'm not gonna waste any time. I think we all know what the premise of the episode is, at least at the beginning, before we move on to the northern clubs. So Husam is the always the right man to start the dragging. He is always the person that gets the stick and starts hitting the piñata. And today I am not even going to pretend like as if this is a topic we can skim over. So Husam, if you'd like to take it away with my dragging, I am here at your mercy today.
Hello guys, big up. Thank you for joining Battle of the North. Today we have made a quick transfer. London is now in the north, whether you like it or not, for today's episode. Me and Flawless, as the Kings of England, have come to consensus agreement. Today we're dragging London to the north.
Oh, the King. Whoa, hold on. The Kings of England, bro.
Bro. Why? You literally said it on the DR Sports video. You said Liverpool and Man United. You said Liverpool and Man United sit on a different table. Now you want to
can't even get through the intro.
He watches my content. Thanks, no, I agree. Fair point. Thanks for watching.
I'm using your own logic against you. Listen, Daps, shit. Don't make me shoot strays at you. You know, because I'm here for the other guy. Now here's the thing. When it comes to London, we have dragged them. You know, me and him consensus decision. The North unite today. Because let me say something about modern Twitter fans. I am sick and tired of modern Twitter fans, because after the Chelsea-Southampton game, the tweets on the timeline were comparing James Ward-Prowse to Juninho. This is the level that we have arrived to, ladies and gentlemen. And it's all thanks to Chelsea Football Club for allowing James Ward-Prowse to score a free kick and leaves Stamford Bridge with 3 points. Now James Ward-Prowse is getting compared to Juninho, the guy who played in Lyon's midfield and won 6-7 titles in a row. One of the best players. He played for Brazil. They're comparing him to James Ward-Prowse because of Matisse's club. Now, here's the thing. This is the difference between me and Matisse. If you gave me 600 million in January, I would have said we're winning the Champions League. I would have said we're going to do a late title charge. I would have said a whole lot of nonsense. But you know, Matisse has no chest. Zero chest.
But he won't even promise to take points off of Arsenal, to be
zero
fair.
Chest, like a Gucci model. Just zero chest, literally just dress size 1. Like just like a stick. Absolutely no cojones whatsoever, this guy. And now it has been shown that Chelsea Football Club is the problem. Let me tell you why their football club is the problem. Because before Graham Potter went to Chelsea, we all said he's the best manager outside the top 6 clubs. We all rated Graham Potter highly. We all spoke glowingly of his football at Brighton. We all spoke like Potter is gonna one day make it to the next level and be elite. We all spoke how Graham Potter on such a small budget was able to get Brighton to play phenomenal football, and people were tuning in to watch Brighton in the Premier League. Suddenly he goes to Chelsea and he's shit. Enzo Fernandez, Matisse knows me. I've been twerking for this guy. I have twerked like Ice Spice for Enzo Fernandez. He goes to Chelsea Football Club and suddenly he's looking like Mason Mount, who's now their new striker. He's playing center forward. It's insane. It's insane. Thiago Silva's wife is liking tweets about Potter out. This club is a mess. Their club is an absolute mess. They're in 10th place. There is no world. I don't give a fuck whether it's transition. I don't care whether it's counterattack, whatever the hell you want to say, in which being in 10th after spending 600 million and buying 12 new players and you are unable to beat Southampton at home. Guys, I have become a meme. I have become a meme online because they clipped me up so much. Even I beat Southampton at home.
I remember when...
Even I beat Southampton at home.
I remember at the start of the season when you were telling me you can't cook me because I didn't have any chest for this Liverpool team because I knew there was issues going into it. And yet you persist to tell me that I should have had chest. What kind of fucking dumb shit is that? You're telling me that I should, just because we spent 600 million, I was very quick to tell you that just because we had spent 600 million, it does not mean that I'm expecting us to get top 4, because I am very clear in my understanding that this is going to take a long time for it to gel. Half of the players we brought in, I do not even know them that well in terms of how highly I rate them and what they're actually going to produce.
You don't know Enzo?
I said Enzo and Felix are, for me, my instant impacts. I don't know Badiashile like that. He's had a great start. I said, listen to me. Listen, this is where your listening skills need to be going up a level now. I said João Felix and Enzo. I have João Felix and Enzo printed out on the back of shirts. Those two, I am more than you can believe excited. Well, but Madueke, Mudryk, Badiashile, I said they look like players with potential, young players. I will see how they get on. I'm excited. I'm intrigued. But it's very interesting. It's very interesting. It's very hold on. It's very interesting that you are cooking me for not having incredible expectations for the club, and they're actually. And hold on. Hold on,
Have you got Felix on the back of the shirt?
Yes.
He's on loan, bro.
I don't give a shit. I don't care. I like Felix. And on top of, so you're telling me that I should have had chest for a team that just lost at home to Southampton. They have literally just proved why I did not have any chest and why I said in tongue-in-cheek 40 points on Big Six, and people laughed at me. 40 points. Husam, I need these 40 points. I need these 40 points. Top 6 is what I said. I think I was doing too much. I think I was saying maybe too much at this point. They just lost at home to Southampton.
Graham Potter. He knows exactly what we need. Thiago at the back, Brittany in attack. We won't even get Conference League. This is their new song now. Flawless, final point. I promise you, final point.
Yeah, cool. I was going to ask him some
when are you going to hold Mudryk accountable? Because every week you come in here, Husam, talk to me about Darwin Núñez. Daps, talk to me about Grealish. Flawless, talk to me about Sancho. 88 million. 88 million, and he's genuinely looking like Ukrainian Mason Mount. Where do we go from here? Can you tell the people? 90 million.
He didn't even start the first game.
Yeah, and guess what? He looked like shit. He looked like shit 15 minutes into the game. 15 minutes and he looks like shit. Tell me how. And tell me why.
His best performance came against you in the first.
And tell me, guys, he dribbled past Milner. Oh, what a cup! 90 million has been paid off. He dribbled past Milner right back. What an accomplishment! Give them the Champions League. And by the way, you're 1-0 down in the Champions League. Just to remind you. Let me just say this: when it comes to Felix, why is your fan base that desperate now that Joao Felix is getting shouts for player of the season after playing 3 games? Why?
What are you talking about player of the season? Brother, you spend too much time in these fucking spaces, bro. Don't bring your stupid spaces to my YouTube channel. I don't know how much time you're spending in these spaces and what garbage you're hearing. Don't bring that shit to me. He got goal of the month because he was the only one who scored this month.
Yeah, he was the only goal
scorer. So if you're talking about goal of the month, Joao Felix has 1 goal of the month.
No, they've only scored 1 goal this month.
To score.
You scored the goal?
What are you talking about player of the season?
When did they score a goal against who?
He scored against West Ham.
It was West Ham.
You guys drew against West Ham as well. Fuck your shit.
That being said, Matisse, obviously you lot may not make the 40 points. That is going to tie into my question. I don't think you lot will get relegated. How many points do you legit think you lot are going to get at the end of the season?
You're a bad guy, Husam.
I do not know.
It's the way he acts.
I need my 40 points, bro.
You know what? Genuinely,
you man think I'm being genuine.
I'm being serious.
We have Tottenham away next.
I understand
I don't expect anything from that game.
I talk to a lot of Chelsea fans. You know this.
I don't either.
I talk to a lot of Chelsea fans. You know this. Lewis is my bro. We stream pretty much every day together. And we've spoken on this a lot. You lot genuinely might not make 40 points. I'm being serious. Yo, Daps, look through their fixture list.
Bro, we have to go to Tottenham. We go to City, we go to Manchester United, we go to Arsenal, we go away to all of these teams. We couldn't even beat Southampton at home.
They played Daps.
It's statistically the easiest fixture.
No, they've got like 15 games left. Come on, let's do it.
Daps. You don't, they've played 23 matches. How many goals do you think they've scored in the Premier League?
Great question.
I'm asking you, Daps, because I know you don't know.
Really think
Take a guess.
How many games did they play?
23. They played 23 matches in the Premier League.
How many? They probably scored like 22 goals.
All right, you just one off. They scored 23. They had 0 goal difference.
Brother, they have scored 15 goals in 18 games.
Haaland scored more than you, man.
Yes.
Haaland is had more goals than
that conversation was months ago. I think Rashford is now.
Yeah, Rashford's closing in. They've won 1 match in 2023.
Gakpo got more goals than the whole club.
They've won 1 game in 2023.
This is what I'm saying. So it's like I would be so foolish to extend my shamelessness past.
Who did you beat, Matisse?
Bournemouth. They beat Bournemouth.
We beat Bournemouth and we beat Crystal. No, I think we beat Crystal Palace. I would be I would be so mad to extend my shamelessness past the skip with expressions where I wore the hat, the suit, and I blew out the money gun because we spent. But outside of that, we are still searching for these 3 points, not amortizing these 3 points over 3 games, which we actually didn't even do because we got 2 draws and then we lost, so we still haven't got the 3rd point. I need a win. I need a win. I need a win. You man are telling me about talking. You're telling me I should be talking about title races. Talking about Champions League.
You need a win, Matisse. You need a goal right now. You can't even get.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
How much money you spent that makes it bad.
Their last away. Their last away win was October.
Matisse usually doesn't get involved in the call out in are you Potter out?
Listen to me. In my review of the last game, I said please resign because we can't afford to sack you, right? And truth be told, I think if most of the fan base could go back in time, we would maybe not have hired him, right? Because we would have maybe looked for top elite options, right? He's not an elite manager. He's a up and coming manager, you could say. His next step from Brighton probably should have been Tottenham, but we skipped a step and they trust in him and they give him the 5-year contract, 60 million plus paying 20 million to Brighton, 80 million release clause in total. We've paid about 80 million.
We paid 96 million for Potter.
Yeah, well, I don't know what the figure is, but it's a lot because the coaching staff and everything as well, head of recruitment, everything.
Yeah, and recruitment. Yeah, recruitment as well.
So I was asking.
And above you now.
I was asking to just resign because then I'll feel relief. But the truth is, they can't really sack him. They can't. And if they do sack him, as I said last week before.
No, hold on. Why can't they sack him?
Because they can't afford to. Did you hear what I just said?
600. No, you've just spent 650 million. You can afford to sack him.
Who told you we can? Who told you we can afford?
No, bro, I'm sorry, yeah, but if I see someone driving a different car every day, and
bro, let me be honest with you,
every day, living in multiple houses, flying around the world, I would presume they could afford to fill their fridge. Like, so.
But bro,
can't spend the money you've spent and say you can't.
That's a good point.
No, bro, it's deeper than this, right? Because as I keep saying, this whole out thing, it all started with Wenger out, and it's a very quick thing. All right, just manage it out, and then all of the solutions. By the way, if you sack him, who do you replace him with? I always ask. I don't have a replacement. No one can really give me a proper
Thomas Frank.
No, see, this is where we get silly. This is where we get silly. This is where we get silly.
No.
Now,
do you know the truth is?
Hold on. Let me land.
With that, it's that with Thomas Frank, right? With the manager they have right now, is a project manager that's Premier League experience. That give him some money. Let's see what he can do. What Chelsea, and I'm not saying Matisse, but what Chelsea's fan base want is they want a winner. They want someone to come in right now and win next season.
And that's not going to happen.
Thomas Frank's not that guy.
Let me explain this, right? Let me land. I still believe that hiring and firing model is wrong. Now, in terms of Graham Potter, he still, up until this point, they're not going to sack him purely because we just had the window close, a few weeks ago, right? So there hasn't been enough time, you could say, for the integration of 9 players in one window. There hasn't. But you have to win some games. There has to always be a cutoff point. Now, my cutoff point was, I've kind of lost trust because it's like you just lost at home to Southampton. That is inexcusable. It was a must win. But this board, their cutoff point will be relegation battle. If you're in a relegation battle, then I assume then they will forego all of the financial repercussions and they'll sack him because we can't afford to be relegated. But the truth of the matter is that just because you bring someone else new in, it doesn't mean we're going to instantly solve our problems. Yeah. We're still going to have 35 players. Now, we might pick up more points. We have to surely pick up more points.
But when we go through...
When we go
if you got more players, if you have points.
When we go through all of the options, I don't know why Daps. I'm gonna cook the shit out of you when we get to your game because you keep interrupting me. You drew to brother. Do not start because at the end of the Arsenal game, you sounded like it was all back to normal, and then
it's still good, bro.
You guys have literally you guys have started this bullshit all over again.
Same energy, bro. Same energy.
No. You can't have the same energy because you guys are really starting to annoy the crap out of me. How do you lose points to Arsenal this weekend? Again,
how do you have less points?
Go on a run, for fuck's sake. Go on a run. What's wrong with you lot? Stop pissing around. Go on a run.
Bro,
go on a run.
Bro, we're playing with them. It's funny watching Arsenal get happy and then sad again.
Stop playing with them, bro. When Jorginho's smacking in 25 yarders, bro, stop playing with them, bro.
Oh, come on.
Anyway, before you move on,
I've actually got a present for you next time I see you.
We get the yes or no, Matisse.
I keep telling you already. I already told you. Listen to what I said. I said I would like or would have liked him to resign. We can't sack him, right? So we need to broaden conversations more than in and out. It's very I've
seen the clip on the spot.
I've never done it. It's very.
You said you don't like them terms.
Yeah, that's why I had to ask him.
It's something that started with Arsenal's fan base. And it removes all conversation and context around actually discussing the issues. And it's just, are you in or out? Are you in or out? What's your cult? What cult are you in? I told you I don't play these games. I said, because of the financial issues, I would love him right now. I would have liked him to resign after that game. But the truth is you can't sack him. They can't afford to sack him. Now,
no, is that really the reason they can't afford?
Well, they say no. They obviously believe in the manager. They've given him a 5-year contract. They obviously believe in the manager, and they obviously want to give him time. Ideally, you want to give him a pre-season, and you want to give him next season. Now, I keep saying I don't know what his ceiling is. I think he's a good coach. He's shown that, right, at Brighton. But is he a top manager? Is he going to win trophies for us? Where is he going to, kind of cap off? We don't know. We don't know where he's going to cap off because he's never been in this situation before. But if he gets a few more defeats on his roster and we're like 6 points off the relegation zone, I'm going to make the assumption that you're going to have to sack him. You have no choice. And he's you're getting to the point where you can say that you need time. You can say that you need to integrate. You can say that players are just coming back from injuries. There's plenty of things that you can say to buy yourself more time, but you need to win football matches. You need to win football matches.
Stuff going on there, bro. I'll be honest. For me, it's like when I saw Reece James's fitness coach tweet something, a good probably 6 weeks ago, I thought that's a bit mad. But then I saw Reece James tweet something himself. And when you're seeing different players round the club tweeting things and acting a different way, I'll be honest, like Cancelo, when you see things like that happening, it's like, do you know what? Something needs to change at the club. And I do feel like maybe I don't think he ever had the dressing room. It's not a case of he's lost the dressing room. I don't think he ever had it. And then you've gone and brought in even bigger players. And I honestly think like he's fighting a lost cause. And I hate to say it because I agree with you. I think a project manager that can bring Chelsea sustained success and also a better quality of football is what Todd Bowley is trying to bring. But you can't I get what you're saying 100% because I don't think you should go back to getting a manager that comes in, wins the league next season.
He won't win with the players that we've just signed, which is mainly under 24. You can't buy you can't get a winning manager. It's just not going to happen. When was the last time Chelsea brought in a manager and just won instantly in terms of the league? It was Conte 2017. That was at the start of Pep's project. That was at the start of Klopp's. That was football has moved on. The only time we've had instant success recently was Tuchel coming in and winning the Champions League, a knockout competition. If we were to sack him now and bring in a winner, we might win the Champions League, but we're still going to finish at best maybe 5th or 4th. But even if we finish 4th, say we went on a great run and we finished 4th, it doesn't mean now that we're going to sustain that over the next couple of years and we're going to keep moving on the upward trajectory.
I agree.
So, because we've done that all before. But I do get people saying, like me, this guy.
He's not doing anything to win you over. This is
exactly. He's not doing anything to win anyone over. You're not putting points on the board. You need to put points on the board. You have to.
But not just that, bro.
Even the tactics.
Did you think you performed badly?
The way you play.
Did you think you performed badly?
Touchline, anything. Give us something, bro. And there's just nothing.
We undone all of the good work that we did against Dortmund in.
I can't lie. Seeing him post game reminds me of Brendan Rodgers when he's used to talk about character and shit like that. Like you just want to punch him in the face. Like I hear Matisse's anger.
No violent people.
You know the thing is now the truth that Matisse doesn't want to hear is Chelsea are going through a culture change. He's been a spoilt brat, just like his fan base for the last 20 years, doing shit that no other club does, which is sack, win 3 trophies, sack, win 3 trophies, sack, win 3 trophies. So now they're trying to do a whole different thing to the most toxic fan base in the league. So good luck to them. Stamford Bridge is already booing, but I don't think Todd Bowley sacks him, even if they finish 15th. He's just going to keep him. It's way too much money to pay off, and Graham Potter is not that shit anyway. He's gonna get it together. But you know, it's just the Chelsea culture. Look, they sacked Mourinho. They sacked Ancelotti in a tunnel after winning a double. They sacked Di Matteo after winning them their first Champions League. Let's not act like this ain't like a Chelsea thing.
But this is a new board, like you said. This is a new board.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So they're
not going to do that. They're not going to do that. And I think I'm willing to take a pretty damn poor league campaign, but I'm not willing to be in a fucking relegation battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm willing to take a 7th, like a real hit here. I'm very calm and trying to be very patient here, but you have to pick up some points.
You'll take a 7th, but not 17th.
Bruv, you have to pick up points. Do you know what I mean? I fully understand that this season is pretty much almost a write-off, which for many people that is inexcusable, and I completely understand where you're coming from. But I am very patient to give a full season or full pre-season, or at least, you know, see how next season is going and then make your judgments after the squad has been trimmed, after you've had a pre-season. But something that has also always been, you know, kind of put around, which is facts, is you're never going to have a perfect situation. You're always going to have a couple of injuries. You're always going to have a little maybe drama here and there with a player. You're always going to no situation very rarely, or does it last long, where you've got a perfect environment.
No one knows about it.
It's very rare that you have a perfect environment. You have to manage. That's what management is. That is what management is. You have scenarios in front of you. You have issues, and you have to manage it. And I think what sent me over the edge against Southampton is not only the result, but also the performance. And the quotes afterwards talking about, oh, they prepared really well. They are managerless. They were managerless.
Oh, allow it.
The manager said we didn't even have. Their manager said we didn't even have time to work on tactics.
Bro, they were managerless. Bro, we couldn't press. We couldn't build up play. We couldn't keep the ball. We couldn't recycle the ball. And people,
Potter wished he went second on the interviews that day.
and I'm like, yeah, and man, and I flip right as expected, as everybody did. And man, were like, oh, but you got to give a bit of credit maybe to the second half. We had a couple of chances, Sterling, if he heads that in. I'm like,
you did have a couple of chances though, Sterling, after.
You have in the Dortmund game. You had the Dortmund game was like the Dortmund game. You were creating chances. It's just like
when you putting stuff over the bar.
Yeah. I hear.
But remember,
Joao
Felix has a nice drop of the shoulder.
So I can't talk on that.
That is true. That is true.
Very nice drop of the shoulder. Very aesthetically pleasing.
You don't rate Joao Felix?
Do you rate him?
Yes.
Have you seen anything special over the last 5 games?
Yes.
What special thing have you seen?
He's actually been playing. Have you been watching us, or are you just talking?
Of course,
he's been one of our best players. You're just talking.
Do you understand?
He's been very good.
Do you understand that one of Chelsea's best players is not a flex?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, obviously it's not a massive flex because we're pretty shit. But he's been to come into a system and to come into a team that is playing like shit and stand out and play well. That's not easy. He could have easily done a Gakpo.
So he drops the
he could have easily done a Gakpo and gone into the team and had a very, very slow start. And only up until this week have you been able to get your chest out about Gakpo. He could have easily gone in and there could have been loads of excuses for him because you're coming into a team that is playing like crap and then you also perform like crap. But he's actually been very, very good. He's the only he's the only person who scored a goal. So
do you know what? I'll be honest. Watching some of his movement, I actually think he's too good for the team he's playing with. Where his teammates aren't picking up some of the runs that he's making.
Just okay. Just okay.
No, I'm being honest, bro. Listen, if you man are really after Mount, some of the ways that I've noticed Mount not noticing what Felix is doing is like you have him. Because
I would say the game against Southampton was his first poor game, but.
In defense of Mason Mount, though, he was playing a new position against Southampton still because he did play false 9. So that's
people love to attack Mount too much. He ain't that bad. He's okay.
No, I actually think Mount's a good player as well. But I'm just saying,
apparently City want him as well.
He's bang average, man. Mount is bang average.
No, I don't want Mount anywhere near my club if we get.
No, but don't check Twitter, right? Man City.
I don't check Twitter, bro. No, thank you. I won't.
No, check Man City Mount. It's actually been reported that Man City.
No, it has. I don't know how much I believe it, but it's been
Matisse.
Yeah, it's been reported. Matisse is telling you.
Your next game is away at Spurs where you lot do very well. I'm gonna ask you about it. Do you think you can get a draw?
Okay, so here's where I'm at.
1 point, by the way, Matisse.
Here's where I'm at to kind of conclude, right?
Yeah, go on.
I know it's 1 point, 100%, bro. Now, we should be having, I've been saying must win for the last couple of weeks. Fulham, West Ham, Southampton. I am yet to have any 3 points to my name in these must wins. Now, in terms of mentally, I've tapped out, right? Husam will know this feeling. He did it a couple of weeks ago. I've tapped out, right? Southampton was the bottom of the barrel. You played the team at the bottom of the league. You haven't won. And for me, that was a moment for...
Can't relate.
That was a moment for what are we going to do? Now, we're going to stick. We're not going to twist. So from this moment on, just don't get me relegated and try and win the second leg of the Champions League. But he has to kind of get that faith back. I've kind of lost trust with what he said, did, set up against Southampton and how we played. He's kind of lost me a little bit. So, but we ain't going to sack him. So I'm not going to be poisonous or be toxic and keep banging on the drum. Yo, fuck you. Because I don't actually think it's all his fault in terms of, I don't think everything is his fault. It can't be, right? We've literally gone and done a lot of things. Some of the ownership,
I love Matisse,
ownership have to take a bit of a blame in terms of giving him a 5-year contract.
His Chelsea fan base would disagree with him though, but he speaks truth. Matisse is the right mindset because he just knows, look, from a financial perspective, let's just be real. They're not going to let Graham Potter walk away with 90 fucking million. Let's just cut the crap.
Is that what it is? 90 million?
I think we're adding the millions on, but it's a lot.
12 million.
Bro, I rate his hustle now. He saw what Conte did and thought, I want some of that. I rate it. It's
a 60 million contract. He's been obviously paid up until this point. I don't know.
And how much did you pay Brighton to the release?
20 million or something like that.
Okay, that's 80 already.
You know what? He must
and his friends
already been paid. Wow. Exactly. And if you were to get rid and you needed a manager that was in another federation, national team or club, you'd have to pay their release clause, right? Yeah, so it's a lot of money we're talking about. It's just not feasible, which is why I said please.
Pochettino is available.
But the thing is, right, is if you're not sure about who you're bringing
in, has become the
are you going to absolutely hang on some of these names? People say Zidane. Zidane, I think
No,
doesn't
Zidane
speak
won't
English.
come to you, bro.
He doesn't speak
heard his
English,
name.
right? Does he speak English?
I don't think so.
He doesn't, right? So Zidane doesn't
He
speak
speaks English enough to say no thanks.
He doesn't speak English. And also, what we're judging Zidane off is working with elite players and performing at an elite level in terms of winning Champions Leagues. He hasn't done a project or any of that, right? Or dealt with young players and then developed them and all that. He's done Ronaldo and Champions League. Then we're going to Hansi Flick, who is literally with Germany to the Euros and hasn't been sacked from the World Cup and is going to continue with them. And you'd have to pay him out. Then we go to Poch. Poch's stocks have fallen really low. I actually think Poch is a very good manager, but I'm
with
not
young
gonna.
players as well.
Yeah, I think he's actually a very good manager, but I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna endorse him. I'm not gonna prop him. Do you know what I mean? This isn't Pep. So, bro, do you know what I mean? We're kind of screwed. I'm not gonna
What about
lie.
Pep Linders?
Oh,
But back to my Richard, I hear
he writes
everything you're
a great
saying there.
book. I'm telling you now.
He does that. Everything you said.
And Matisse, as a content creator, you can make a book club. Like,
oh, you could do
fans,
reading sessions like Husam did.
And what Husam said, you are spitting 100%. But back to like my original question: do you get a point at Spurs?
Right now, I can't see any points, bro. We just lost to Southampton.
All right, so you're saying Spurs lost. That's bear in mind. It's a
at the
place
moment. There's no shame in that.
At the moment,
well, Matisse, it is a place you do very
I'm
well,
broken.
and you haven't even conceded a goal there.
I'm broken, my brother. I can't see any points.
I get it.
That's why I said I need 40 points. I can't see.
Flawless is so funny
if
when
we
he's
lose at home to Southampton.
I'm genuinely asking.
If we lose to Southampton and get dominated by Lavia in midfield, I can't see points.
Oh, bro, to be fair, we're similar. That happened to us as well. So I can't say
at least you guys took your eye off the ball. It was a cup game, concentration.
Like I said,
my brother, this is a must-win league game.
But this is a place you do very well. This is a place where you haven't conceded a goal. You haven't conceded a goal in the new Tottenham Stadium. Never mind, you win there all of the time.
We haven't scored one there.
There's a lot of records that we've broken this season.
I hear that. Trust me, I know. I've been watching.
Transfer fees would be one of them.
So you're saying Spurs win. Bear in mind, Spurs ain't even great, but you're saying Spurs win. I'm just genuinely asking you.
I don't like
you'll get a draw.
You get a couple of wins, and I'm feeling the shots there as well, bro.
Why is it a shot at you? Why are you?
Well,
where was that?
Because you just said Tottenham is shit. You shouldn't be dropping points there. Well, hello.
Nah, but you.
I'm gonna wrap it up for you in a bow.
Yeah.
He must win every game that we have coming up right now. He needs to win every single one that's coming up because you literally have to win. Like Southampton, you have to win. Tottenham away, you have to win. Leeds, you have to win. Dortmund, you have to win. He has to win. He has to win.
Go to the Etihad as well, by the way, bro.
Yeah, we'll deal with that.
You ain't winning every game.
But I'm saying right now, every time we don't win and you ask me, I'm going to tell you we have to win the next game.
You have to at least see better performances as well.
But do I believe? Can I tell you that I'm going to predict? No, of course not.
I predict a draw. Draw.
I need a win. Draw does nothing for me.
No. I'm not saying
Can you give us a goal?
I'm saying predict. Nah, that's too tough. Like I don't know about it.
No, that won't happen. You're right.
Yeah, that's a whole different conversation.
Conte's not on the sidelines. With no Conte on the sidelines, they've won 2 out of 2. So Harry Kane is there. Harry Kane is ready.
And we know you've not done well against Managerial.
Take Jose back.
Exactly. Our record against Managerial teams is looking a little bit mad. They're very well prepared. They're very well prepared.
Would you take Jose back?
No, I wouldn't take Jose Mourinho. No.
That's a terrible idea.
Would you take Conte back?
No,
that's a terrible idea. Both
if you're gonna get a manager, you have to get someone that matches the recruitment team like methodology, which is Christian Vel, which is Joe Shields, which is Win Stanley, which is progressive football, attacking football, Leipzig, Brighton, somebody who wants to play progressive attacking football. Why would you sign all these young progressive attacking players?
Matisse, genuine question.
And not.
Do you miss
so no, Mourinho and Conte's and no, that doesn't make sense.
Do you miss Tuchel?
Venables.
Genuine question. Huh? Do you miss Tuchel?
Of course, brother. This is one of my favorite managers, but there's no point for me. I'm not one of these people that go back and reminisce. I don't have time for that because at the end of the day, he's not coming back, and not everything he was doing.
It's not going to get on with the ball, is it? He wouldn't get on with the ball.
Not every decision he was making at the time of sacking was something I agreed with. He was playing Gallagher in double pivots. We weren't scoring with our attackers. Most of our defenders were bailing us out. So it wasn't perfect. But in terms of riding out situations and dealing with issues like sanctions and getting results, this guy got results. This guy was getting us through the campaign. But unfortunately, it's done. So there's, it's where it is.
Speaking of getting results, listen, London now has gone back. So hello, Daps. Getting results. Why do you go away to Forest and get a draw and disappoint Matisse and Flawless? Can you address them? Because they're going to come for you. It won't even be me.
No, of course.
He didn't
But
disappoint
bro,
me.
I'll be honest, it's City aren't the City of last season. We learned that when Arsenal dropped points to Everton and we had Tottenham and we went and didn't win. We learned, I said after that, we're not the same City. We got a little rejuvenation, 1-2 games, but I said after that, it's only 2 games, right? It means nothing if we go to Forest. And let's be clear, we played, for me, potentially our best 11 against Forest, right? I also think we played well. I think we moved the ball at a lot better pace than I've seen for a lot of games this season. We're recycling the ball a lot better than we have been this season. But you know what? Haaland had a Nunes day. Haaland had a Nunes day. A couple of other man missed situations. It is what it is. Was I pissed off? Yeah. Is it frustrating that we can't put together a run of more than 2 games? Yes. But has it changed my opinion after the trip to the Emirates? No. We're going to win the league, bro. Like, we've tested Arsenal's resolve and they crumbled. Like, I honestly believe we win the league now. Like, and if you lot don't, no problem. But I'm still very comfortable we're going to win this league.
I don't think you will, because it's not about Arsenal.
Wow.
It's about you. I just don't see the same team in you. It's not about Arsenal.
No, we're not. Let me be clear. We're not the same team, bro. 100%.
Now, let me just say one thing. There's one thing I will never forgive Daps for, because there is a third team. If you allow that third team,
I hear it.
If you allow that third team to win the Premier League,
Chelsea going on a run.
I am never forgiving anyone.
I would say
Arsenal and Man City are going to get a bollocking from me like never before. If a third club in red.
I would say to Arsenal fans, we haven't given you Zinchenko and Jesus for you to let them man get second, and then all of a sudden, it's like, fuck's sake, we're the gatekeepers again. And I have to be honest, like Man United at the moment, they're a worry. Like they are a worry because their form is good.
Mike,
your mic,
Daps.
Really?
It went a bit robotic suddenly.
Yeah.
Is it all right now?
No.
Just switch it up, switch it in and switch it back, and then it should
switch
go
it.
back to normal.
Might be the echo thing.
Sorry, man. It's all good, man. Never Off Our Studios looking beautiful as always. Big up to everyone that's tapped in. Make sure you hit that like button on the video. Subscribe to Matisse's channel.
So here's the thing.
So Husam is like still Arsenal going to do this, which is partly what he
Arsenal
wants.
going to do this because City are not ones who smell blood. You need to understand, I've seen the real versions of City. This is not real City. Real City goes to Forest and wins 4-0 and shows the middle finger to the whole league. This is not real City, what we saw against Forest. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. It's not the real team. Erling Haaland, Phil Foden, these two against Forest were absolutely horrible. Against Forest. And, they're going to have to hold that.
They created so many chances, but some of the misses I was seeing was just mad. Like Haaland, some of the misses, man. And you're right. This is why on Big Six, when they were saying, oh, is the Arsenal versus Man City a title decider? As much as I would have wished for it to be a title decider when Man City went to Arsenal and won, and as much as I would have loved to have joined in the City celebrations and to say, yes, this is the moment where I say that City have absolutely finished them. They've beaten them. We lost, obviously, at Dortmund, so I was really not even in the mood anyway. But no, because this is, both teams are still going to drop points. Both teams are still going to drop points, and there's still too many games left to go before you can hang your hat on anyone, unfortunately.
Even if City beat Arsenal at the Etihad, that doesn't guarantee them the league anymore.
If they keep dropping points,
no, it doesn't. Look,
the thing is, it won't.
The thing is, look, I said before it that this, however much people is talking this being a big game, it is a big game. When Liverpool played Man City in January a couple of years ago, it was a big game. It wasn't the title decider, right? Because I can look at places Arsenal need to go.
We drew to Everton and Leicester later on.
I can look at the fact that we have to go to Brighton away. We have to go to Brentford away, right? We have to play Liverpool at home. Now, Liverpool later in the season, when they start getting Diaz back and whatever else, and Liverpool could be the beast that I still, me personally, I still think Liverpool get top 4, by the way. So, but then Arsenal, you can look at the games Arsenal have. But then the thing is, we're trying to pick out the games where we think teams will slip up. But it probably won't even be those games. It will be different games, right? What I said to the Arsenal fan I did the watch along with was, everyone's now saying, because City have done it before, we will now go on to win the league. And my response was, right, the first Premier League we won, we were up against Alex Ferguson's Man United with Rio, Vidic, Rooney, that all knew how to win leagues. With 7 games to go, United were 8 points clear and we won the league. So if that doesn't tell you that sometimes the team that hasn't done it before, if they want it more, can do it. And this is the thing, like, we have to want it. Like, we can't go on 2 games runs and think we're going to win a league, yeah? I've said it. We can't go on two games runs and have people say, oh, do you think you're focusing on the Champions League? How dare us? We're going on 2 game runs. How can we expect to win a Champions League? So it's frustrating.
Do you see the point? This is exactly what you just said. Is exactly how I'm feeling. Sometimes you got to walk before you can run as a fan. You can set all of these lofty expectations. You can. It's the same as YouTube. You can set all of these goals and expectations for the year or the year after. But if you're not doing it on a day to day, in terms of your small goals and your small objectives, then how the hell is anybody going to have any chest for anything that's going on in May? It's just not feasible. It's not logical.
I've said this. Logical. My whole thing has been based on us being the same team, right? And I said after the Tottenham game, we're not the same team. But for me, it's that I've also seen that Arsenal have their flaws now, yeah? And I've seen how Arsenal can crumble. Like, let's be real. Man United, when Man United have dropped, they've bounced back quicker than Arsenal did. Arsenal dropped for a couple of games, yeah? So that could happen again. I'll be honest, I'm looking over my shoulder at United, slyly thinking, these ones are the ones I'm worried about almost more than Arsenal at the moment.
What? Really?
Yeah, bro. I am. At home, you lot are looking...
What? Yeah,
well,
our home form is A1. Yeah. Our home form is A1.
You lot have got a cup final in what?
Sunday.
Right.
They've won that already.
And we've seen what cup finals means
is
a
in
City
goal.
fan. One of the things that Pep loves is that early cup final because it gives you a taste of blood. Yeah.
Yes.
And your team, this team that have been formed under Ten Hag, are going to be like, you know what? We've got one. Let's go and get a second. So
absolutely,
Arsenal haven't got that. So I'm looking at United thinking, and I'll be honest, that worries me far, far, far more. Losing to you lot.
Yeah, no, it would be the worst, especially like because it's Ten Hag's first season and the team, etc., etc. I get that.
But losing to you lot, where haven't you played them home and away?
No. He's talking about the league.
No, losing the league to him.
You're talking about the league, losing the league. We played home and away.
You have to be real. Man United, it's annoying me when United fans are still trying to do they're not in a title race.
If United win the league, I don't know what I'll do to myself.
Here's what I'll say. We will celebrate together, man. I will fly over to Georgia.
Fuck you, bro. I can't celebrate nowhere. I can't celebrate nowhere. Fuck that, bro. Fuck that. I don't know what to do to myself, honestly. I'm telling you now, listen, there is bad scenarios on earth, and then there is hell scenarios on earth. If Man United somehow win this league, I swear to God, I am coming for everyone's neck. I am going to go on a hell spree.
Did you watch the City game?
I didn't actually get to watch it. I already saw the highlights. So I just
the most
saw big misses.
Thing is, like, I can look at the Tottenham game and say,
it sounds like you guys you dominated, right?
Yeah, ridiculously, and we played well. Like, I can look at games like the Tottenham game and go, we were shit. There was no leader on the pitch, no motivation, no ambition. The game against Forest, we looked good. We were moving the ball well. It was just fucking frustrating. And then they hit us on the counter. And this is the issue with City. If we don't get a 2-goal lead, we're so vulnerable on the counter in the late stages. And it just happened again. So
who played centre-back for you lot? Who started? Who were the 2 centre-backs?
We played 3 at the back again. I think.
Oh, was it 3 at the back? Who were the 3?
Yeah, so it's Walker, Diaz, Laporte. Walker, Diaz, Laporte, which, like I said, on paper, the only potential change I would have had was maybe play a flat back 4 with Ake instead of Bernardo Silva, but it was a good team. Everything was. You
have improved. Last weekend I said when you won your game last weekend, and then obviously you beat Arsenal. Last weekend I felt like that's the first time I was actually impressed with a City performance for a while.
Yeah,
and then so it has been an upward momentum and swing in terms of your performances, but
But then that's a very valid point. That if your performances are getting better, but you're still dropping points, that's worrying.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Arsenal's injury issues with Thomas Partey. Some people are saying he's out for the season. I don't know if that's true. If he is,
2 injuries though in the last 3 weeks, it is concerning, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm guessing flawless.
How do you feel with these that you're assisting them for the league?
Well, I had a meltdown when Jorginho scored.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Jorginho scored, and then my watch along started. Jorginho scored the winner. Then we went.
Jorginho's been their best player against City.
The worst thing is, and he might have been against City as well. But imagine if the season ends and Nick Carter from Backstreet Boys and João Felix have had really bad seasons,
from Backstreet Boys,
and Jorginho's gone to Arsenal, won the league, and looked like one of their better players.
Yeah, that's Matisse's fault then. He can cry more. Did I tell you when we were speaking about Chelsea? I tried telling you guys, no one wanted to listen. I said Chelsea is the problem. Jorginho in the last 2 games, progressive passes, one of Arsenal's best players, if not the best player on the pitch overall over the last 2 games. Against City, he was getting stuck in, tackling, playing progressive passes, played in Katia through, doing everything that we expected Jorginho to do. I told you, bro, Chelsea are the problem, but people just think because my accent is funny that they don't take me seriously. So you can hold that respect.
He's a very good player. I think everybody knows that. You can't accomplish what he's
in the right system
without being a very good player. But you need the right system. I think what we're seeing from Arsenal is a system that is actually already in place in comparison to Potter's, which is clearly not, because from game to game we have no consistency from what we're doing to the next. And he does have limitations in terms of physical attributes. And ideally, you don't want that. Imagine if this man was fast and strong. Shit.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be untouchable.
I also think that he benefits.
He'd be Casemiro if that was the case, but he's not.
He benefits from confidence, and the fact that he scored that goal that is kind of the winning goal. I think he'll push on from here now as well, because he has got over that confidence thing. That his confidence was low. He was best for you when he was flying, and every game he was building on it, but. We'll see, man. Listen, we're going to win the league.
You should have won Ballon d'Or as well. This is a previous Ballon d'Or winner you gave to Arsenal, so you can hold that. You're part of the problem.
Well, do you want to speak on your ownership change, or do you want to let Flawless take the?
Flawless, why don't you talk about owners?
Because we can go in 2 directions here: freeway title race, or we could talk about your win where you won 2-0.
Do you want to talk about?
Talk about what you were talking about in them spaces.
Do you want to talk
let me tell you the directions, Matisse. First of all, I'm not going to talk about what I'm going to talk about on the spaces, because that needs me shouting at a camera by myself. That's number 1. Number 2, when it comes to ownership, Flawless has just told you he don't trust the Glazers. And the same reason why I didn't trust FSG. I said from the start, if anyone's going to fuck it up, it's going to be FSG. Flawless is already hearing some people come out and say bid rejected, blah, 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 all this shit. So he ain't going to get too hyped about it either until it's official. Then Flawless is going to come up here and dance and say all this, Qatar, blah, blah. So there's no need to talk about ownership. So forget ownership. Here's the thing. I told you guys last week on Battle of the North that Matisse is the problem, because me and Flawless are both happy. And he wants us to both fight.
You're not happy. You're bipolar. You're not happy. Last week you were fucking fuming before the Liverpool game kicked off, and you didn't know what the result was yet. And now suddenly 2 games later you're happy as Larry.
Okay,
I seen and you changed your Avi to the Salah crying meme as well.
So because you beat an Everton toothless attack 1-0. And because you beat Newcastle
2-0, thank you very much.
Sorry, 2-0, and you beat
Newcastle, who you said gonna finish top 4.
Newcastle was a great win. They were down to 10 men. They were down to 10 men, and
they were
down to 10 men, and they've been struggling recently. But it's a good win.
When were they down to 10 men? Tell the people.
It's a good win. Good win. I don't remember.
When were they down to 10 men? Can you tell the people?
You tell me. I don't know.
You definitely did a watch along for it, Matisse. You know.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Oh right. Okay. Fair enough.
He doesn't watch good football anymore. He's just out here watching Chelsea.
I've been watching you a lot since the World Cup. I can assure you is not.
I'm glad you can enjoy. I
don't go to you guys for good football.
At least we give you good entertainment.
Your methodology for the last month and a half has been kick it into the channels and cross. Really,
that's all I've been seeing from you. Lie, but thank you.
Maybe Chelsea should try.
Anyway,
it has been kick it into the channels. Kick it into the channels for Nunes. Run. Kick it into the channel for Trent. Cross. What else have you been doing? Have you been playing?
Maybe if Reece James stops partying every week in London, you can see him cross. But he can't stop partying and gets injured.
Have you been playing good football since the World Cup?
Who's talking about since the World Cup?
Because that's what I've been watching. I've been watching you.
Apparently, this is post-World Cup.
Because I've been watching you closely since the World Cup, and I've told you you've been playing trash football.
Matisse, stop. our last Battle of the North was not 3 months ago. It was last week.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about Everton.
You were having a meltdown.
No, you listen to me. We're going to talk about Everton. We're going to talk about Newcastle. We're here to talk football. Are we not here to talk football? Is this transfer show? If this transfer show, I'll give you Fabrizio's email, pay him money, and he'll come on the channel. You don't bring me for transfer show. I'm not an ITK. I'm just Don Husam 6 from Jordan. So now, speaking of the football, ladies and gentlemen, 2 games since I last been on Battle of the North. 2 clean sheets, 2 wins, 2 Gakpo goals, 2 Salah assists, 2 Nunes assists as well, which is incredible, phenomenal. 2 Trent assists. Can you imagine? Trent Alexander-Arnold. You know, let me just start. I have to be.
No. You just said 2 Trent assists, 2 Nunes assists.
No, 2 GA. I meant for Salah and Nunes. 1 goal, 1 assist. Now, I have to be happy, guys. The reason I have to be happy is, I have not seen Alisson take the ball out from his net for 180 minutes, which is incredible, phenomenal. That's unbelievable. And I've seen 2 wins in a row, and I've seen 2 goals, and Cody Gakpo as well has scored 2, and you can see how much confidence it's given him. He's playing with a little bit of a mojo, like getting the ball, driving and shit, which is exactly what we need. Look, I know I'm going to get asked about top 4 because Matisse is shameless like that. So let me just address it before he
I wasn't actually going to ask you about top 4. I wouldn't dare.
I think it's on.
Why the fuck you lying?
I was actually genuinely, I wasn't going to ask. I wouldn't dare ask you such a question.
Anyway, let me answer the question before
I'm going to
he
let you warm
asks.
up. To being 2 wins.
Let me ask you the question.
Are you convinced that are you back? Are you back? Are Liverpool back?
Can I speak? You ain't gonna press a guy who won, my brother.
No, that's what.
You are below Fulham.
I'm asking you, are you back?
Do you know that West London don't belong to you anymore? Forget London.
Bro, West London hasn't belonged to us for months. I'm asking you, are you back?
So hold that.
Yes, I've
held
that. I will not hold that. I have already held that. More than you can believe.
This is a PG show. This is a football show. What's going on here? Jesus. So now here's the thing when it comes to football. Back to the pitch. Matisse always loves to press me, even though Daps presses the shit out of him. When we went to the City section, Matisse is like, why don't you guys win?
Don't try and make
always. This guy, Daps presses Matisse, and then Matisse's rebuttal is pressing me and flawless. Flawless, I told you, brother, here's the problem. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to Liverpool, look, the whole top 4 thing, I hear it because we're not that far off. But there needs to be consistency of performances and consistency of results. I'm not going to sit up here because we won 2 games. We're back. We're going to top 4. No. I have to see more.
I did that, bro. Don't do it.
So for example, if we win 4 out of 5, get 1 draw in the 5th game, shit like that, we show a bit of consistency, then I can, we might be, you might have chance for getting. Damn, Conman saying he's still holding it. The camera's up on his face, Conman. So the thing is, when it comes to that, I think the top 4 is gonna be on, but with consistency, not now. I'm not.
So currently, right now, what you're saying is that Liverpool are not finishing in the top.
We need consistency.
That could change. So you're waiting for more. You're waiting to see more evidence, a bigger sample size.
Oh no, flawless! You're going to try and do this with you in the title race, isn't you?
Of course not. I've got something for you, Daps. Don't worry, man. Specifically special for you with the title race. I got a nice answer for you, fam. Don't worry about it, my bro.
Because obviously, when you was asking me, you wanted to hear top 4. You want to hear Champions League win. But I told you, obviously, I'm gonna walk before I can run. So are you walking before you run, Husam? Because on the basis of your team, last season you were in a title race, and this season you should be in the top 4 minimum, right?
Matisse is currently a corpse, by the way. He ain't doing no
different for me. Don't try drag me down to your shithole.
No, I'm asking you with your logic.
Let me answer. I am not walking before I can run. I am running before I can sprint. It's different for me. I'm running already. You get me? Me and you are not the same. You're running already.
Liverpool fans
Where is your last win?
Liverpool fans are.
Where is your last goal?
It doesn't take long for them to dream.
Hold on. When is your last win? Genuinely,
brother, I told you we are amortizing this. We have got 1 win per month. That's what we're doing right now.
Oh, how cute!
We won a game in December, I think.
When's the last time you screamed goal?
We haven't won in February. I think we won in January, so there should be a win coming soon.
Flawless yesterday screamed goal 3 times more than you did in the last 3 months. It's crazy.
Is that true, or are you just pulling a 3 months out of nowhere?
If that's true, that's mad.
That's crazy. They've scored like 15 goals in 18 games, 12 goals in 18 games under Potter.
Something crazy, yeah. Something mad.
That's fucking insane, you know?
Yeah.
Well, Quidditch is for you, man.
Are you going to beat Real Madrid tomorrow?
Are you going to beat Dortmund and go through?
I don't know. Probably not. What about you?
I don't know.
I thought you was running before you could sprint.
Yeah, I'm running, but that's a sprint.
So now,
Madrid is
Hassan,
the sprint.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
You're now saying you don't know. All right, forget going through. You think you win the first leg?
Madrid is the sprint. It's not a run.
You think you win? Forget the tie. Forget the tie. Do you win the first leg tomorrow?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Oh,
so you can't.
Mystic Husam doesn't.
Let me explain something to you, Matisse. Let me say this right here on Battle of the North audience because I love this show. Let me say this right now. Guys, Jordan is 2 hours away from Istanbul. If we beat Real Madrid some way, somehow, and we go through, I'm booking my hotel, I'm booking my flight, I'm booking my ticket. I'm ready. No team scares me.
And I'll have it off you when you get knocked out.
Whichever. 6 times. Anyway, so when it comes to Europe, the heritage is here. You know, I'm the only one allowed to speak about heritage in this thing. Flawless can, but he's not to the competition, so it's different. But I hear you. Now here's the thing. So when it comes to this competition,
have you never lost?
I am not. Can I answer the Madrid thing?
Yeah, but
Can I answer the Madrid thing, Matisse, please?
Have you never lost the Champions League?
Can I
at the hands of someone else outside of Real Madrid? Because the way you're talking is like, the way you're talking is like, if Real Madrid don't beat us, no one will, which is nuts. The way you're talking.
So how long back do you want to go? Fantastic point. How long back do you want to go talking about history,
brother? I'm asking you because you're the one making these
statements. Take pen and paper.
Napoli, you're not worried about Napoli.
Is this a quid?
You're not worried
let me give you a history lesson if you want to take pen and paper. Do you guys know that Chelsea went 55 years without a league title twice, not once? In 110 years of Chelsea's existence, they won 2 league titles.
What's this got to do with anything?
That's insane.
What's this got to do with anything?
So you want to go history only when it suits you?
No, because you said your heritage club. I didn't call myself
in the club era. Who has eliminated us from the Champions League?
I don't know. Is it just Real Madrid?
Is it just Real Madrid? Atletico Madrid
knocked you out as well.
Ain't in the competition now. So
who about 2 Madrid teams? That's mad.
Yeah, well, that's not how it works. I'm saying but Husam, it don't work like that. So just because you don't get knocked out by
all jokes aside, look, genuinely speaking.
Stop joking, then, innit?
No. All jokes aside, the only team that intimidates me in Europe is Real Madrid, and I don't know what it is. Look, we've faced them.
I hear that. Yeah, I said it last season that I think if Liverpool played any other team in that final, they would have got over the line. They were knackered. They would have got over the line, but they came up against a team with more heritage than them. So I understand that, Matisse. Husam.
So you're not afraid of Napoli or anyone? Just
no.
You should be afraid of Napoli.
No. If you give me Napoli, I'd beat them. Chelsea, City, Bayern, PSG, whoever you want.
No, Napoli you didn't beat though, did you? Let's be clear.
We literally beat them 2-0 this season. We gave them
context. They were already through at that point and changed their team, did they not?
And what was the score?
No, they didn't change their team. Did you watch the game?
What was the score in the first leg?
They fully came to the game wanting to win. You know that as well.
What was the score in the first leg?
All I'm saying is, if we play Napoli,
they were on a winning run. They lost 0 games.
So basically, what you're saying here, Sam, let's cut to the chase.
Let's really cut to the chase.
Let's do this. Like I'll interject here. If you basically what you're saying is, if Liverpool get past Real Madrid, Liverpool are winning the Champions League. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, somebody click that, please. 1 minute 2:53. Somebody click that. I beg one of you lot in the chat.
Matisse, put me full screen. You think I'm afraid? Put me full screen. Put everyone. People think I'm afraid. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let me speak. Welcome to Battle of the North. If we beat Real Madrid, Don Husam 6 is inshallah booking his ticket to Istanbul. He's booking the flight. He's booking the hotel, and I'm going to Istanbul in the summer to watch my team lift the Champions League because no one in Europe scares me but Real Madrid. Let me get past the monster and all the little goblins, I'll eat them up. I'm not afraid. Happy now, Matisse? Now you got that clip.
Well, he's already been Turkey and got a boob job by the looks of it.
Who?
I meant your chest has got bigger, by the way.
That was a good joke, but no one got it.
Two wins, against Everton and Newcastle, yo. 2 wins. Everton, Newcastle.
I can't believe what we've witnessed so far this season.
Flawless. We have literally won every single Champions League game except Napoli away, bro. What's wrong?
I hear that. What I'm saying is,
Jota
and you know
come back and look what's happened.
You know that.
Yes, you are, but I don't think you'll win it. That's what I'm saying. You just said you'll win it.
I'm saying if you get past Madrid.
Yes, okay. So I'll counteract that. If Liverpool beat Real Madrid, I'm still 110% confident Liverpool don't win the Champions League because I don't believe you are good enough. No, I think if you book a Napoli, I don't think you get past the Manchester City, to be honest.
Napoli were
Over 2
anyone,
especially with how many injury-prone players you have. I think you're vastly forgetting how many players could still catch injuries later on in the season. You guys can't keep a centre-back pairing fit for more than 2 games. Your midfield is incredibly injury-prone. Your attackers, I know Firmino and Jota have just come back. They could easily... Brother, you really want to do this?
That being said, this is all redundant. This is all redundant anyway,
if I beat
people.
Madrid, I'll come back and I'll say this on the channel again.
Say it. This is all redundant, people. This is all redundant, people, because they're going to get... I have
seen the club side play a better City than we see now. I have seen them play a better Bayern than we see now. I have seen them play a better PSG than we see now, and we've beaten every single one.
Napoli are different, bro.
All this,
you are the worst
Napoli is scary. Napoli, 0 Champions League.
They battered you, bro.
Less league titles than Pro Vercelli.
Forget that.
You are the worst versions of yourself.
Forget all this anyway, people. This is all redundant because they're getting knocked out by Madrid anyway. That's what's gonna happen. They're going out.
That's
what's gonna. Yes, that you know what we all know is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, so all of this is great for content, and it's great for content purposes. This is why you're one of the best. Matisse letting this run is why he's one of the best. We all know. Yeah, Liverpool are getting knocked out by Real Madrid. Second leg being at the Bernabeu as well.
Highly possible.
Liverpool fans are confident.
Do you know the mad thing is?
Your chance in that game is slim to none.
Madrid is scary, man. It's the truth.
Yes, just
it's the Bernabeu.
Bro, they listen to this. You guys, listen. They listen to this Champions League music and they turn into some different shit. I don't know.
It's not even the Champions League.
You watch them play in La Liga and you're like, who the fuck is this club? And then you watch them play in Champions League and you're like, what? What the fuck? Like, how are they this good? It makes no sense.
Husam, it's not the Champions League music. It's the music that they play there when they score a goal. Yeah. There's this music they play that still rings in my fucking head, bro. Like, when they get that one goal and that music plays, I was like, what the fuck is this, right? And it's still ringing around in my head to this day, every time they score a goal. But, Matisse, be honest, yeah? A lot of your fan base, any other season, after your 2 Champions League wins, would have kind of similar energy to Husam in the Champions League. And I get it, that you in not good seasons have gone and won a Champions League. So I think with Liverpool and Chelsea, if you get through, you can't, because heritage, you've done it. You know how to do it.
No, brother.
Daps, Matisse is the one who needs a boob job in Turkey.
No, brother.
I get that, bro. No, they can't work with it. There's not enough.
Definitely not me.
No, brother.
At least I have a small chest. This man got 0 chest. Just nipples.
But
the 2 times we've won a Champions League, the first time we had, before we moved to Man United quickly, the 2 times we've won a Champions League has been 1 because we had elite leaders, Drogba, Lampard, this Ivanovic, and with a mediocre.
What about the second time?
And the second time, Tuchel set up a extremely underrated system that showcased all of our strengths and covered up all our flaws. We defensively were resolute. We were resolute in our defending.
No DMs.
And brilliant in transition. You can say this all you want, but Liverpool, one of their Champions League wins, they played against fucking Tottenham. So are we going to start diminishing? Are we going to diminish each other's Champions Leagues? Or are we going to copy each other? What do you want to do? Because you played the biggest bottle jobs in the history of football, to the point where Chiellini, who's fucking Italian, knows about it. And what, you want to disregard my Champions League because Pep decided to play games?
Who did we beat on the way?
Huh?
Who did we beat on the way? Who did you beat on the way?
Who did we beat on the way? Real Madrid.
Yeah, Atletico
Madrid, yes.
Yeah, you know who I beat on the way?
These are big teams, yes.
You know who I beat on the way?
Put some respect on the 2 teams.
Napoli,
the 2 teams that you just disrespected.
Bayern, Barcelona.
The 2 teams that you just disrespected are the 2 teams that have knocked you out under Klopp. How does that work?
Listen, Atletico Madrid knocked us out because of Adrian's stupidity. It wasn't no tactical genius.
Come on, so
we were. You can come on all you want, and I will come on with it.
We have the record.
Atletico
Madrid,
lowest
amount of goals conceded in a Champions League campaign, and you still tried to diminish the Champions League.
Matisse, we were 2-0 up at Anfield. Anfield did this job, and we came back and we were winning that fixture. You cannot account for your goalkeeper giving it to the opposition player. He literally took the ball and did this with his hands to Lorente. That's it.
Sorry, I can't. You can't do that. Trophies are one.
You can now all you want. We all know that game's on Adrian. That's the truth.
What's funny is that, like I said, when you talk about Chelsea's Champions League win, you forget who was up front. Kai Havertz and Timo. You did, because you just said City played no DM.
I just said City.
Timo Werner and Kai Havertz were our strikers. Not Salah, not Mane, not Firmino. Timo Werner and Kai Havertz, and you think we were lucky? How do you
Matisse, I understand.
Explain to me how you get lucky
you're a little bit
sensitive. Like
you're a little bit sensitive because you are down bad and you're desperate right now because you're fucking shit as a club. But do not twist my words. All I said was Pep was a bit stupid in the final. I'm not diminishing your win. You can say Poch was stupid in the final. Who gives a fuck? I ain't gonna cry about it.
All right, well,
let me be honest, as a City fan, when I look at what you just said there with your first Champions League win and the players that were in your team then your second Champions League win.
We have neither this time.
And the team that we were at the time when we played you is kind of a bit embarrassing. I'm not going to lie.
We don't have either this time. We don't have the leadership or the and we don't have the manager. So
you do have leadership.
Who?
Thiago Silva, Mount,
brother. Flawless next. Manchester United. This guy is.
I nearly thought
this guy. I almost fell for it, and I thought, you know what? No,
it's because
you can't fall for Hassam's traps.
Matisse was about to answer as well.
No.
You can't fall for his
because the silver bit made us think, oh, he is talking sense.
Yeah, and then he
followed up with Mount.
Then he fucked up. Yeah, you fucked up.
Yeah, man. You trying to trick you. That's what it is.
Flawless. Are you in a title race now? Big win. Rashford, Sancho. Are you willing to get involved?
Oh, it's Sancho in the mix now.
Sancho's actually, speaking of him, because if he was playing poorly, it would be hot topic and be in the title. You know what I'm saying? But since he's actually done all right and played well in a couple of games since he's come back, which is, I think, is this his fourth game now? He was at his best against Leicester, so we'll start there, playing in the 10 role. Actually changed the game because we was awful in the first half. And if we were 2-3-0 down, we would have been no complaint. So salute to Sancho. I wanted to see him in the 10.
Well, salute any man that can bounce back from mental health issues like that. I salute them.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know exactly what was going on with Sancho, so that's why I don't speak on in terms of like why he went away. But they said his mental health wasn't right, so I'm glad he is back. So echoing exactly second what you said, but good to see him back. And we played well. Like in the second half, we blitzed Leicester. Absolutely. But like if we play like that for the rest of the season, that's the best we play. That's the best performance we put in terms of a half in a long time that we put together. Defensively sound, scored 2 goals, created so many chances as well.
With Lindelof at the back as well, by the way.
Yeah. Like, and that's one thing I got to credit Ten Hag with is, you don't matter who's playing, who's not, we're still managing to pick up results and pick up performances. And I'm like, how does this work? We was legit in the new camp with a midfield of Fred Sabitzer and Weghorst, and it worked. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't believe I seen it, and I was.
He's rotating well, man. Where you don't know what you're like. You can't guess which one he's going for more out of the Premier League and Europa League because
he's prioritizing Europa League.
He's rotating. It's like you don't know which team he's going to play.
He's prioritizing Europa League because before the Barcelona first leg, before the second leg, he's rested Varane. So that lets me know he's looking at the Europa League and going, yes, that's the one I'm looking for. As for the title race, again, like I always say, mathematically, we are in it. Do I believe? Yes, mathematically, we are in it by where we're at. Let me finish. Let me land. I'm not even finished yet. However, I still stand by the point of I do not believe that this team is good enough. So if people want to say we're in the race, cool. No issues with that. I don't particularly, this is me speaking, I don't have an interest in being in a race I don't believe we can win. However, it's closing in towards the end of the season. If we win our next 6 games, that will take us to match day. We would have played 30 matches. If we win our next 6, then that's when I'll be like, all right, I'm believing. Because I've looked at our next 6. There's some tough games in there. Do I expect us to win all 6? No. But if we somehow miraculously manage to do that, that's when I'll then say, okay. Because I don't think both City and Arsenal will win all of their 6.
No, we won't. Definitely.
So we're either going to be this close to the top of the league that we are now, or we're going to be even closer. So if we're 8 games to go and we're 4 or 5 points off the top, then I go, yeah, we can definitely win. It's 100%. Like we're in the race and can genuinely believe it. But all our players are playing at their maximum, pretty much. That is not sustainable. Also, our manager is at his absolute maximum. And eventually, Ten Hag, he's Jesus, even though it seems that way, he's going to get something wrong at some point. Rashford, like he says in the title, is in his robot bag. We could say the same about Leicester, but the difference is it's very similar to Leicester, but they did continue on, but Leicester went up against this match, even though Manchester City have fallen off. That Manchester City side is better than the Arsenal and Spurs side he was up against. The current Arsenal side is better than the Arsenal side and that Spurs side. Competition comes into it. If you put this City side or that Arsenal side in that Leicester season, they win the league.
Them, bro. It's just Pellegrini season. We were still
No. But my point is, so you think the City side currently right now isn't better than that City side?
No, it is.
This is my point. So I'm talking competition.
I'm glad we're comparing you to Leicester still as well, by the way.
But credit to where was I gonna go to? Yeah, man. Like credit to the job Ten Hag is doing, and it's incredible. But like I said, he's playing at his maximum. Our players are playing at their maximum. Even when our better players are out, we're still man. We went to the new camp with Luke Shaw and as a left-sided centre back and Wan-Bissaka as a right back. Should have won the game. Even though I said let's avoid defeat when we go there, and I was confident going into that game. For all the talk about their team, all their talk about their defense, we created the better chances. The fact that it's 2-2, I'm still pissed about now. And the game was last week Thursday.
That's how I felt when we drew with Real Madrid.
We created and the fact is, if we do go out, even though I don't think we will,
no, you're going to win it.
I think we'll win. If we don't, obviously I'll look at the second leg with context, but I'm looking at the first leg. So when people were talking about Barcelona and super team and Gavi and Pedri and De Jong and all these players, this man did nothing. This man did nothing. Their better players did nothing. I'm saying that De Jong don't want to be here. So if you don't want to be here, that's calm.
He probably doesn't help, to be fair.
When Husam said last week, oh, you're going to go there, you're going to get battered 4-0, it's going to be 8-0 on aggregate. I'm like, yo, Barcelona are not all that. People were hyping up their defense.
Husam strikes again.
People were hyping up their defense. We created multiple clear-cut chances, people. When I say multiple, we created multiple clear-cut chances and scored 2 goals on top of that. You know what I'm saying? I can list the chances. Rashford had, before you go, Daps, Rashford had 2 great chances.
Yeah, he did.
Weghorst had a 1-on-1. Casemiro missed a header from 6 yards out. Sancho missed a chance from inside 7-8 yards out. That's 5 off the top of my head. Adding the 2 goals we scored, that's 7. Where's this great defense? And we went to their gaff, missing one of our best centre-backs, missing our best midfielder, missing our best right winger, missing our best striker. Like, put respect on our name and what Ten Hag's do. And again, it's not out of the realms of possibility that Manchester United can lose to Barcelona. That could happen. We're not at that level where
they're not the same Barcelona to do that, though. The old Barcelona all day long could come to attack and get a result.
That's a whole different thing. I'm just saying in it because people getting mistaken when I talk like this. I'm acting like we can't be beat. Barcelona could knock us out. That's not out of the realms of possibility.
But your gap, all I'm saying is, I've been saying it for a while. Your form at home is being underrated. Very underrated.
And we beat better sides than Barcelona at home. We beat Arsenal at home, who are a better side than Barcelona. We beat Manchester City at home, who are a better side than Barcelona. Like, let's not do this. I said all of this. Barcelona got knocked out of the Champions League because they weren't good enough. They were in the Europa League group. People telling me, nah, they've improved this and that. No, they were in a group with Bayern Munich, who are quality, Inter Milan, who are bang average, and Victoria P.
They did have some injuries, to be fair to them, but I get you. They did have a couple. Because I remember Marcus Alonso was playing centre-back one of them games.
All right, but Marcus Alonso played centre-back against... He played centre-back... He started centre-back against us. That's on the manager.
Didn't he score against you?
Yeah, he scored. Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
But here's the thing. With this, don't you think this, all of a sudden, if we revert back to the previous team we were talking about, Liverpool... Who are playing
Why is my man wearing shades from? What's happened?
I don't know.
Because United's future's too bright, that's why. You know what I'm saying in that? And he knows what I'm saying is 100% spot on. That's what this
I was actually saying it in the studio today when they were asking me about Potter potential replacements, right? I said the only manager out there, this is never going to happen. It was actually Ten Hag. It's Ten Hag. Ten Hag is actually the only person out there that ticks all the boxes.
Like I said about Arteta, bro.
It's mad.
And that's what it is. Again, it's not out of the realms of possibilities, people, that United get knocked out by Barcelona. They are capable. They have Lewandowski. So they have a difference maker player who, if he turns up on 10, long day. He's legit the player in their team that scares me. But yeah, no Pedri because he's injured. Gavi suspended. Dembele suspended as well.
Top in Spain.
The top of the Liga. But then
I was going to say that we're here talking about how United can get a result against Barcelona, who are top of the Spanish league, but we're saying Real Madrid are going to smoke Liverpool. Real Madrid are not top of the Spanish league
because you know what it is, Daps. It's all in narratives because people will tell you, same people, and this ain't everybody, will tell you, oh, Barcelona are 8 points top of La Liga, blah blah blah. But La Liga's a farmers league. Make it make sense. It's one or the other. So you can't call the league a farmers league.
I do think Liverpool do have a chance.
They do have a chance, of course. Yeah, they do.
You can't call it a farmers league and then praise the team who's top of that league. Like, pick one. But again, people just need to be honest. Like, if you're just hating because it's Manchester United, cool. I make it be known. If I think Liverpool are going to win a game, I'll say, yeah, I think they're going to win. But I want them to lose. Same with City, same with Arsenal, whoever. Like, I'm very open and honest. People ain't open and honest about their biases, because people like Husam and others were speaking about like this Barcelona. Like I thought they brought back Eto'o. I thought Xavi and Iniesta were about to roll back the years and go on the pitch. I thought Marquez was back with Yaya Toure. The way people was talking, and Dani Alves was going to be out there 28 again. That's what the way people was. I was like, wow, did I miss?
I told Husam to be very careful about his mystics.
Kunde's looking stinky as hell.
Watch the game, people. You know what I'm saying? The fact that they drew two, it was a better result for them than it is.
I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked with how you guys scored 2 goals, but again, Rashford at this point is just inevitable, which is why a lot of Man United fans, which is why I agree with your assessment about the 8 games to go, because if Rashford was to get injured, wow, that would be like finished.
That would be it. Yeah, like that.
Finished.
And that's where it comes from in the league. I'm looking at it like the attack is I've said this for the longest on this show. Manchester United's attack is the worst part of our team. So if you take out the best current attacker, who's then going to score all these
with
goals?
Martial, like one game.
Martial's injury prone. If Rashford was gone, God forbid it don't happen. Then you got Anthony, who's not prolific. Bruno will pitch in. Weghorst ain't prolific. Garnacho's 18. Sancho's not prolific like that. Where are all of these goals coming from to go and compete with Arsenal and Manchester City for a Premier League title? Yes, our defense is good, 100%, and we can keep clean sheets and things of that nature. But you can't 0-0 your way to a league title. Again, I want to be wrong on this. And if we win our next 6, which I genuinely don't think we will, if we win our next 6 and it's 8 games to go and we're this close to the top of the league or closer, I go, yeah, we're in with a chance. But this week's big because we play Thursday against Barcelona, second leg of the Europa League. And then on Sunday, we got the Carabao Cup final. So this show next week, I could be sat here, won the Carabao Cup and through to the next round of the Europa League. Or Carabao Cup runners up and out of the Europa League. So it's massive.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? We could be thinking like Husam is right now if the latter happens of what I've just said there.
I think that's Liverpool's bid gone.
We need to come to a close because I
know we need to wrap up. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. And I'm expecting to be sat here next week and we've got past Barcelona, like I stated. You know what I'm saying? To everyone who's talking about this Super Saiyan Barcelona team, you know what I'm saying? Best in Europe. And then I expect to beat Newcastle, and obviously Nick Pope being out and Carriers being in goal helps. That's a massive help to us in the play. For them having Bruno G back. But again, people, let me end on this.
Will he be back?
It's not. Yeah, Bruno G's. Yeah, he's back for them.
It's suspension.
It was a suspension, but it was free. There was 3 league games in between. Right. So yeah, to end all that is yes, I'm confident in my team again. Why would I not be? I think we've won 24 out of our last 27, but it's not out of the realms of possibility we lose these 2 games. But I'm confident. We'll get past Barcelona, which I stated last week and all the times before, and we'll win the Carabao Cup, and we on for a treble.
Okay. This super chat says, big up Husam, only Liverpool YouTube creator to call out FSG. Respect FSG out. John Henry, never trust someone with 2 first names. I saw this earlier and I was just giggling away from me. I had to be calm. Apparently owners are impressed with Graham Pulis' training sessions. They really like the quarterback to running back chemistry he's developing. Fuck my life. All Husam does is deflect. I'm guessing that was based upon the whole what do you expect in the Real Madrid game, but it is where it is. John Henry says, are we selling Liverpool? No. Are we talking with investors about Liverpool? Yes. Will something happen there? I believe so, but it won't be a sale. I think we kind of knew that Liverpool weren't going to sell completely. There was more shareholders. Guys, it's serious and Flawless is right. I can maybe count 3 out of 15 games that we might win. We are very dangerous territory. I'm worried. I think that might be in relation to us. And I'm seriously, I'm being so serious, people. People think I'm joking around. I'm actually not. We need 40 points. Chelsea reminds me of us with Ollie, with the leaks. You finished second under Ollie. It's common for clubs to include termination clauses in contracts. They reject. Yes, I saw this. Yes, they reject idea. Potter hasn't been sacked because of money. Okay, fair enough. It's gone against kind of what I've been saying. Mag, get Zidane and you will be back. He is available. I don't agree with that personally, but I'll talk about it more in tomorrow's video that I'm going to put out in the morning. Flawless, quite like these man ain't on my level.
No, it's just that when you win and you're like not a talking point, everyone else, you always get pushed to the back of the queue. I understand
it used to be nice, bro. I hear it.
Just be like I say, if we lose our next 2 games, best believe we headlines and I'm first and you know what I'm saying, ahead of the thing. And Sam's there.
Sam, remember that thing last year?
Let me smash through these. This is normal for Potter. He won 1 game in 17 last season at Brighton. I'm probably going to need a little bit more context on that. This is not Chelsea standard, but bringing someone new won't won't solve anything. Players need some accountability. We can't finish. Matisse, where's my Husam and Flawless 3-day-a-week show you promised? This is why I put bad juju on Chelsea. I didn't promise this. Reminder that Jesus, Party, and Smith Rowe are all returning. Arsenal result affected City's nerves, finishing and decisions. To Tchouameni, Benzema, Kroos are doubts for the game. Mad. And Flawless as the Mancunian Lion. Do you think the Glazers will sell after George? Pussycat?
Technically, he called me a pussycat as well because Lions are part of the
team backed out of selling.
You know what I'm saying in that. Dude, I don't know with the Glazers. I just think they'll sell to the highest bidder. Personally, that's what I think they're looking at.
Do you think they might want to keep a percentage?
No, I think they just want their money and out. I think they just want, if they get a 6-7 bill offer, I think, and this is just me, just purely speculation, pure speculation. They get a big enough offer, they'll sell. And that's why. That's why
I think we got to wrap up. So I have to actually completely cut us off.
Run through the super chats, fam.
Flawless, let the people know where to find you, bro. It's been a pleasure as always. Great show.
Yo, big up for having me. Much appreciated. That's me, Flawless, on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me on both. Sarcasm City TV on YouTube and on Twitch. Make sure you check it out. I'm in the football content, Manchester United content, the other big 5 containing the big 6, Premier League shows, plus more. Watch alongs, the whole 9. Check it out. Sarcasm City TV on YouTube. Go subscribe. Go follow on the Twitch as well, because there's different content on both. NBA over on and fan calling shows over on the Twitch.
There you go. Husam, big up your damn self as always, bro. Big game tomorrow. Let the people know where to find you. Looking forward to it.
You can find me at This Is Football. That's my channel. This is content for everyone. Today I've got 2 Liverpool shows, one in an hour from now and one at 11. Husam X Tom Little. And spaces they keep talking about that we've got actually one running now is at Don Husam 6. My co-pilots are running it
entrepreneur.
Now. Big up to you guys. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to to Matisse's channel as well. Doing lots of fantastic work. 50K soon, my guy. Big up to you and big up to everyone as well.
Thank you. I mean, usually I would have uploaded more in the last couple of days, but sometimes you've just got a deeper result and let it marinate. That's let the people know where to find you, bro.
Nice to be back. Nice to be back.
Good to have you back.
Never a Foul YouTube channel. It's above me, Never a Foul. And I'm on all socials, MCFC Daps. And I am looking forward to catching a flight out to Leipzig and chilling out with just Manchester fans around me and not have any shit from any other fan bases for a couple of days.
There you go. Guys, make sure you like, subscribe to everybody. It's been a great show. My FIFA streams will come soon, but you have to understand right now, it's very tough for me to play games when real life is looking so mad for Chelsea. So we will get to that when we sort ourselves out. Probably this week, most likely. Until next time, in a bit, people. Peace.
3, 2, 1.